Hello students, very good morning. Today we will study William Wordsworth's sonnet, The Word is Too Much With Us. As we know, William Wordsworth was one of the uh, founder of Romantic Revival. With S.T. Coleridge, with the publication of the lyrical ballads in 1798, it started. What started? Romantic Revival. So William Wordsworth, this sonnet of William Wordsworth was one of those poems which were published in lyrical ballads. So the word is too much with us. Here the word mean all the material things, and too much with us, that they are connected too much with us. Okay, so we are too much indulged in worldly uh, enjoyments. That is the way he wants to say. So first of all, we will study these lines and then we will discuss. The word is too much with us, late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our power. So the poem opens with a complaint saying that the word is out of whack and the people are destroying themselves with consumeration, mean getting and spending, mean they are making consumption. So the word is too much with us sounds odd and could mean several things. It could mean that the word life in city, contemporary society is just too much with us, as in the this is too much for me and I cannot take it anymore. This type of thing. The word might refer to the natural world instead of the city, in which case it would mean that humanity is so busy that they don't have time for the natural world because it is too much. And it could also mean mankind or society is burden on the world, as in there isn't enough space for both man and earth, or mankind has upset a delicate balance. Late and soon is a strange phrase. It could mean sooner or later, or it could mean we have done this recently or in the past, late, and it will be in the future as well as soon. So according, what is the meaning of these two lines? That we are too much indulged with the worldly things. Now little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. The poet's tone of complaint continues as the speaker describes a rift between nature and humanity. We get a potential clue as the identity of at least one of those powers described in the line number 2, the ability to feel, which we have lost because we have given our hearts away. The phrase little we see in nature that is ours is tricky and can mean several related things. We have become so absorbed in consumption, in other words, that we no longer seem a part of nature. Alternatively, nature can be got or spent because it is isn't a commodity that is manufactured, so it doesn't seem like it has anything to offer us. A boon is a reward, a benefit, or sometime for which to be thankful. So didn't mean base or wild. So the speaker is being sarcastic here, almost as if he were saying, wow, it's so great that we have handed our heart to handed our heart. No, so we have seen the natural thing, we have least seen the natural thing in our life, and we are dependent on everything. Next two lines. This is this sea that bears her bosom to the moon, the winds that will be howling at all hours. So the poet elaborates on one man's alienation from nature, claiming that humanity is no longer susceptible to the influence of the sea and winds, and basically conveying everything else in nature. So the tone is interesting. It can mean out of tune in the sense that we are out of touch with nature, but it is suggests something like attuned. So the sea isn't literally taking her. The speaker is elegantly describing the ways in which ocean tides are affected by the moon, or just how sea appears to him in its relationship with the moon. So he Wordsworth describes the winds at rest are in the next lines and are up gathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. So Wordsworth describe the wind at rest. They are sleeping. There are sleeping flowers that will howl when they wake up. Where are they really whole when they wake up? Isn't it weird? Or it more complicated than it looks. It means both that we are not in the right tune for the natural world, in the right frame of mind to get it. So it could also mean because as in because of these things we are out of tune. The what happens the it is thought by the poet that actually we are not connected with nature, so we should be remain connected nature, not should be alienated with it. So in the next lines, it moves us not what it moves us not or alienation with nature. So it moves us not, great God, I would rather be a pagan sucked in a creed outmoon. So in some sonneted, including this one important thing happened in the uh, ninth line. There is a shift of the shift that moves from the poem in another direction, while the speaker reiterates the claim he has been making all along. Humanity and nature are alienated from one another. He also tells us how he wishes things were, at least for him personally. He appeals to the Christian God. The capitalization mean he has a specific deity in mind and says he would rather be a pagan who was raised believing in some antiquated or outworn primitive religion or in creed. So to wish to be a pagan when the poem was published would be saying that I wish I could wear clothes or do things that were in the fashion 1,000 years ago. So he would rather be a pagan than that, than someone who isn't moved by nature seems like it. Suck just mean nursed at a breast or nourished. So he just wants to be a primitive just years back so that he may be connected with nature. That is the meaning of these lines. Now, so might I, standing on this pleasantly, have glimpses that would make me forlorn. Here, forlorn mean lonely and sad. The speaker explained why he would rather be a pagan if he were. Then he could look at the land in front of him and see something that wouldn't make him feel so lonely and so sad. So a lily in a meadow or open grassland, uh, what this mean, open grassland or a woodland. So maybe he is standing in a meadow or looking toward the sea. So the speaker wants glimpses of something, but we won't know what kind of glimpses he wanted to be see. He suggests that if he were a pagan, he would only see things in snatches for a brief moment, in a blink of an eye, and this isn't even guaranteed. He say might have glimpses. He might have seen or might have not be seen. And the next line, have sight of Proteus rising from the sea, or hear old Triton blow raged horn. So the speaker elaborates on those potential glimpses. He said he might see Proteus coming out of the ocean or Triton blowing his horn, is Proteus and in this Triton? Proteus is a sea god in Greek mythology. He had the ability to prophesy the future but didn't like doing it. If someone grabbed a hold of him and tried to make him predict the future, he would change his shape and try to get away. The modern word protean, meaning variable or changing a lot, comes from his name comes from this Greek mythology. Proteus means variable, changing. So and Triton was son of Poseidon, the Greek god of sea. He had a a conch shell that he blow into in order to excite or calm the wave. So both these Proteus and this Triton are from Greek mythology. So and the rest hair meaning like twisted snaky having coils. The red thorn is reference to the Triton conch shells. So he might have seen the Proteus rising from the sea or hear old Triton blow his ranged horn if he is not engaged too much with the word. So the poet here gives us a chance to be connect with nature, and he wants that we should be connect with nature. We should not remain parted with nature. We should have a good connection with nature. So I think this is meaning of the poem is clear to you. Okay, have a nice day. Okay.